Let me ask you something. Have you ever overreacted and then obsessed about it for 2 days straight? Or shut down completely and thought, why am I letting this bother me so much? Today, I'm going to teach you a word that could literally change your brain. A skill that top athletes, hostage negotiators, Navy SEALs, emotionally intelligent leaders, the world's greatest moms, they use it every single day. It's called cognitive reappraisal. And I'll explain exactly what that means and why it matters and how to use it before your emotions hijack your life. Plus, I'll share a personal story about how a $32 car wash changed my parenting forever, the neuroscience behind what's actually happening in your brain when you breathe, and what Serena Williams and Ted Lasso and a volleyball named Wilson can teach you about emotional power, and a 17-second dare that might help you stop that next meltdown and knock it off its tracks. Let's ride.
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to my podcast today in the driver's seat with me, Janine Driver.
Are you ready for one of the coolest podcasts on the web? Janine Driver, she's an expert on body language, persuasion, emotional intelligence, decision-making hack. This is In the Driver's Seat with Janine Driver.
Welcome to In the Driver's Seat, where brain science meets real life, to help you navigate pressure, people, and the parts of yourself you're still trying to figure out. I am Janine Driver, and I got to tell you, I'm a recovering hothead. Yes, I'm retired from federal law enforcement, and I'm a mom of 3 boys. And today I help people stop spiraling and start decoding. And we're going to go straight to the blink, that moment where things can go wrong. The story that changed my life. 7 years ago, I read something in a magazine and it stopped me cold. It said, people with quick tempers, those who react before they even breathe, have a significantly higher risk of dying early. More heart disease, more cancer, more inflammation in the body. I read that and I thought, oh no, that's me. I come from a Boston family of hotheads. We don't simmer. No. We go in like full stove. And in that moment, when I read this in the magazine, I realized my short fuse wasn't just hurting my relationship. It was hurting my future, my health. So I made a decision. I was going to figure out how to stay calm and not fake calm, like real calm. And that's when I started creating some of these tools. And one of them changed my entire household. The car wash meditation. It started as a parenting trick, but now it's one of my most favorite powerful emotional resets. It's called the car wash meditation. I pay $32 a month, something like that, and I get my truck washed. I can wash it up to once a day, every single day. People with Uber and Lyft use it. And do I need my car washed every day, my truck? No. But do I need peace every day? Yeah, I do. Here's how it works. If my boys are arguing or I'm overtired or if I just feel myself getting short or sharp, I say it's time to go get a car wash. We pile in, we don't talk. While the soap rains down in all those colors, we do a breathing pattern by choice. I do triangle breathing, in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. My son, Charlie, my middle, he goes, Mom, you do triangle? I do square breathing. So it's in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4. I don't even know what square breathing is. I'm a triangle breathing kind of girl. But here's the bigger truth. That car wash, it's a pause. It's a sacred pause. In that moment, I choose not to pass down the hot-headed gene to my sons. I breathe. It's that reset. It's like 2.5 minutes, the whole entire car wash. We do them all the time. My kids will be like, Mom, can we go to the meditative car wash? We're having a bad day. There's also something called an emotional CPR, and it's a brain reset that you can use anywhere. No yoga required. I talked about this in my last podcast. C, catch the blink. You feel it. Your jaw tightens, your tone changes, you hold your breath. That's your blink. That's this signal there's a problem here. P is your pattern interrupt. You stop, you walk, you breathe, you put your earbuds in, you get a car wash, you break the loop before it becomes your go-to move. And then R, you reframe or redirect. Now, here's where we're going to go deep. Let's talk cognitive reappraisal, our word of the day. Like you get your house appraised and then you get it reappraised. They come in, they go, oh, it's hardwood floors. You have a special view. It's actually worth more than the last real estate agent or appraiser rated it at. This cognitive reappraisal, it's the ability to rethink what's happening in the moment so it doesn't emotionally hijack you. Let me break it down with some real life tips. Instead of, my partner doesn't listen to me, try,
maybe they're distracted or overwhelmed. It's not personal.
Instead of, quote, this traffic is ruining my morning, try,
this is my permission slip to slow down and reset.
Instead of, I'm failing. And how about,
I'm learning, and learning can be messy sometimes.
You're not lying to yourself. You're rewiring your brain. Let's talk about some famous faces who reappraised. You've seen this in action. Think about it. Serena Williams. She used to explode at the refs. Now she breathes, reframes, and regroups. Ted Lasso leads with compassion, not control, even when he's hurting.
Or what about the belief of hope? Yeah, that's what I want to mess with. Believing that things can get better, that I can get better, that we will get better. Oh man, to believe in yourself, to believe in one another, man, that's fundamental to being alive. And look, hey, if you can do that, if each of you can truly do that, can't nobody rip that apart.
Beyonce took betrayal and turned that into lemonade. That's reappraisal with a side of platinum sales. Tom Hanks in Castaway, he made a ball his best friend. That's emotional genius.
Stay here and die on this shithole island, spending the rest of my life talking to a goddamn volleyball! Shut you up. Wilson!
Fred Rogers. Every episode was an invitation to reframe the world with empathy.
So many people have asked me, do you ever get mad? And of course I answer, well, yes. Everyone gets mad sometimes. The important thing is what we do with the mad that we feel in life.
When we reappraise, we don't deny reality. We redirect its impact. Oh, yeah. This is where most people get tripped up. They think reframing means pretending things are fine when they're not. Like you're supposed to slap a smile on your face and say, it's all good, it's all good, when clearly it's not all good. That's not what reappraisal is. Reappraisal is not sugarcoating. It's not gaslighting yourself. And it's definitely not ignoring the truth. It's naming the truth and then deciding what story you want to build around it. Reappraisal says, yes, this happened, but I get to decide how much power it gets. It's the emotional version of standing in the rain and saying, I can't stop the storm, but I can grab an umbrella. I can dance in it or wait it out with a hot chocolate and a hoodie and a cute guy. Let me give you a real contrast. Denial sounds like,
I'm not mad. I'm fine.
Even though your jaw is clenched and you just rage cleaned the kitchen. Reappraisal sounds like, I'm frustrated. This isn't what I expected. And I know I have the tools and I won't let this moment affect my day. You own the emotion without letting it own you. Here's the magic of emotional reappraisal. It changes your brain. Yeah. And it also changes your identity. You're no longer someone who reacts out of habit. You become someone who responds out of strength. You go from, quote,
why does this always happen to me?
To,
how can I grow from this and not spiral?
From,
they did this to me.
To,
they showed me who they are, and I choose peace. I choose peace.
From,
I can't believe I lost it again.
To,
I caught it this time, and next time I'll catch it sooner.
That's reappraisal. It's not denial. It's direction. You can't always change what's happening in your life, but you can always change how far it follows you. Mike Tyson and the power of rewiring. Think about this guy. We're talking about cognitive reappraisal or emotional reappraisal, the ability to catch an emotion, that moment, and reroute it before it becomes a full-on breakdown. Want to see what it looks like in the real world? Let me take you ringside. Remember Mike Tyson? Yeah, that Mike Tyson. The guy who once bit off a man's ear when I was in high school during a heavyweight fight. I mean, come on. And that's not just losing your cool. That's losing your dental hygiene in public. Back then, Mike Tyson was pure amygdala. No breaks, no blink, just boom, rage, survival, teeth. But cut to 2024. Millions of people are glued to their screens, including me and my kids. And Logan Paul, the YouTube king guy, is going to fight him. The whole world's watching thinking, is Iron Mike going to show up? Or is he actually changed? And you know what we saw? Not the old, quote unquote, Iron Mike. We saw a new Mike. He wasn't snarling. He wasn't pacing like a caged animal. He was calm, centered, even kind. After the fight, he said something like,
that's my biggest fear, being homeless. I don't care how much money I have in Soy, because I've been homeless as a kid. My parents grew up in homeless. So I know what it's like to be at the bottom.
Still to this day, do you have that fear inside of you?
It sticks with me forever.
What? Tyson saying something like that after a fight? I mean, this is the guy who once said,
I want to eat your children.
Now he's out there talking like Mr. Rogers with a face tattoo. And in that moment, though, guess what? We all saw it. His fists didn't change. His power didn't go away. His emotional framing did. That's right. Right there. It's cognitive reappraisal. It's when you're past the snap, but your brain now whispers, nah, we don't live in that space anymore, bruh. This man retrained his nervous system. He redirected decades of pain and pressure and trauma into purpose. He walked into a stadium full of doubters, and he didn't annihilate Logan Paul to prove his worth. After the fight, everyone was cheering him on. He said something like,
I blanked out during that fight. I don't know what the hell was going on.
This is a different man. Think about this. This matters because it's not just physical exhaustion. This is neurological cost here. It's the impact of decades of unprocessed emotions and trauma and intensity. And when the media asked if he would do it again, do you know what he said?
Is this possibly the last time for you?
I don't think so.
You've got more in you.
He's not going to do it again. That's emotional intelligence. Not because he has all the answers, but because he finally has a filter. He didn't need to destroy anyone to prove he is powerful because now he knows the difference between being feared and being in control. That's what we're talking about here. You don't have to erase your fire. You just have to aim it better. If Mike Tyson can go from biting ears to dropping wisdom, you can learn to take a breath before that next text, that fight, that moment that used to undo you. You're not soft for catching yourself. You're stronger than ever. And here's what brain scans have to say. Yeah, let's bring in some science. Researchers at Dartmouth ran an fMRI study, and they put people under stress and then had them try different coping mechanisms. When participants practiced cognitive reappraisal or did some slow breathing, my triangle breathing, in for 4, hold for 4, out for 4, their prefrontal cortex lit up like the control tower. Their amygdala, the panic center, dimmed down. In other words, you don't need an hour of meditation. You need 17 seconds to interrupt the spiral, to breathe, to reframe, to become the version of yourself you actually want to be remembered for being. My church says it's never too late to become who you might have been. So here's your challenge. The next time you feel a snap coming, your kids spiral, your coworker takes credit for something you did, your partner forgets again, dare yourself to pause for 17 seconds. That's it. Use that time to catch what I call the blink. Interrupt that pattern and reframe what it means. That's CPR. What's the most powerful version of me in this moment? Because that version of you, that's the one who leads herself through chaos. She already exists. She's just waiting for the signal. You're not overreacting. You're overflowing. Let's make something clear. You're not dramatic. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're overflowing with thoughts, emotions, responsibilities, and no one gave you the manual to life. And this podcast, In the Driver's Seat with me, Janine Driver, this is your manual, your emotional CPR, car wash meditations, breathing resets, cognitive reappraisal. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to catch the blink and change the direction. It's time for you to take the wheel. Here's your takeaway. Pick a tool, use it today. Tell someone how it helped you. Put a post here, DM me. And if you want to go even deeper, get your hands on a book that I'm writing called Behind the Blink. It'll be out end of 2025 maybe, where you'll learn a whole bunch more information on how to be the best version of you, getting behind the trauma, behind how are we going to understand our brains and what's happening with our emotions and the chemistry happening, because that is impacting our body language. It's not the other way around, because you could steeple all day long, but inside if you're feeling insecure, you look like a weirdo.
All we need to win are the fellas in this room right now. And all you fellas need to do is believe it.
It's a sign.
That's a window.
No, hold on. Hey, knock it off, okay? We're not doomed. No one is doomed. But bumper catch, yes, you're right. It is a sign. I agree. Yeah. Fact is, it's just a sign. All right, guys, listen to me. Belief doesn't just happen because you hang something up on a wall. All right? Comes from in here, you know, and up here, down here. Only problem is we all got so much junk floating through us. A lot of times we end up getting in our own way. You know, crap like envy or fear, shame. I don't want to mess around with that shit anymore. You know what I mean? Do you?
No, coach.
No.
But you know, the toughest thing is to love somebody who has done something mean to you, especially when that somebody has been yourself. Have you ever done anything mean to yourself? Well, it's very important to look inside yourself and find that loving part of you. That's the part that you must take good care of and never be mean to, because that's the part of you that allows you to love your neighbor. And your neighbor is anyone you happen to be with at any time of your life. Respecting and loving your neighbor can give everybody a good feeling.
All I can say is thank you, God.
Hey, be sure to like and follow my page if you're over here on YouTube or on Spotify, and tell people to listen in. Come on, babies. These things are like 22 minutes or less. My name's Janine Driver. Bye now.
Thanks for tuning in to In the Driver's Seat with Janine Driver. Use these insights to make your life easier and relationships stronger. Remember, you matter and belong, and you're not alone on this journey. Until next time, keep driving forward. Bye now.